Hi, my name is Wayne Mortensen, and today is Mailbag Day. So, on Mailbag Day, I am getting a few things that I find in the mailbag, and I'm going to answer those questions. So, what I'm doing today is, here's the mailbag question. My car got repoed a few days ago from a title loan company, and I needed to get it back before they auction it off. Good idea. Without my vehicle, I cannot work, and then I will lose my job, and I have a family to take care of, so this is not an option. Hence, bankruptcy, okay? And this is one of these issues that bankruptcy can resolve for you. Now, this is where it gets interesting because this is almost a perfect example for why people do a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. In Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and this just so everyone's aware, not giving legal advice, I don't know who this person is, this is all hypothetical in my opinion, and so if you decide to listen to this video, then go check everything out that I'm saying with your own attorney if you don't hire me, okay? So what I've done is I've taken the liberty to fill in a few gaps with my own fact pattern. So we have a car that was just repossessed. Let's just assume for argument's sake that this is really the only secured debt that we have is the car. They only owe on a car, maybe they rent an apartment so they don't own on a home or anything like that. Let's assume this car has a fair market value of $10,000, okay? Meaning if they went out and sold it today, that's how much they could reasonably get for it. Let's assume the title loan is for $3,500. And that's a pretty fair and accurate, based off of what I've seen, that's pretty fair and accurate for title loan companies to lend that amount. Let's say though the monthly payment is $700. That's pretty extreme payment for a $3,500 loan. If you came into my office, then what I would suggest that we do, okay, assuming that you do need this car back is, well, there's two ways to do it. You could possibly do a Chapter 7, but the Chapter 7 not only is going to cost you attorney's fees and costs, but you're going to have to come up with the amount that's due to the title loan company, probably in order to get it back. Most likely, the title loan company, when you file a Chapter 7, is not just going to give the car back. They're going to make you go to court, and the judge in that type of a case is going to say, hey, this is a liquidation bankruptcy, okay? So if you want the car back, you need to bring the account current. Okay, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose. If you had the money to bring the account current on the car, you probably wouldn't have lost it in the first place, and so defeats the purpose. So you come in and we do a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Now, hypothetically, in a Chapter 13, what we end up doing is we end up taking a 13 bankruptcy. You would effectively go in and propose a payment, okay, that pays back the $3,500, okay? However, under the Supreme Court case of Till, I think it's T-I-L, it might be two L's, I'll put Till, they get the market interest rate that they would get in this plan is maybe between 5 and 6% interest, okay? That's the amount of interest they'd be entitled to. Not their 350% interest that they're currently getting on the title loan contract, okay, which is kind of common, typical in Arizona. So they would pay 5 to 6% interest back through a Chapter 13 plan. In a case like this, once you added attorney's fees, maybe a little bit of money going to the unsecured creditors, you might end up in a payment that costs you $175 to $200 for a period of 36 months, okay? Now, there's all kinds of other factors that go into the determination of this plan payment, like the means test, but if all the stars align, that is a very common, let's just call it $200 a month payment for 36 months. Actually, let's make that 48 months because that might not be quite enough. 48 months would pay back that debt along with the attorney's fees, along with the trustee's fees, and maybe a little bit of money going to the unsecured creditors. Once you go into court and file that plan right away, then your attorney or yourself contact the title company and say, I demand my car back. Now, when they say, no, we're not giving the car back, that's when you may have to go to court. But when you go to court, you're going to propose this plan prior to going to court. So you could point to it and say, Judge, I'm proposing a plan whereby I get this car caught up. But now you're not paying this crazy $700 at $350. You're paying $200 a month, 5 to 6% interest, which will pay that car off. At the end of your plan, that title company has to release the lien. And so you own the car free and clear. Any remaining balance, any unpaid interest under this crazy loan would be discharged by the Chapter 13 discharge. So that's how we handle getting a car back in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. I hope this was informative. If you would like your own free consultation on bankruptcy and your issue with regard to your vehicles or anything else that you have going on, please contact my office. We'd love to see you and help you out. Thank you.